Hello. First of all, Teacher Catherine, thank you for willingly participating in our session today. We highly appreciate that. So, we hope that we all can be comfortable with each other throughout this session. Okay. So, first of all, we will start with a little introduction first. So, my name is Nur Shaza, and here with me today are my group mates Farah and Azira. We are students from IIM. So, the purpose of this interview is part of our assignments material, which is require us to conduct an interviews with a non-Muslim who is curious about Islam. So we will have a discussion about the ethics of our respective religions after this. Okay, so if you don't mind, can you share a little about yourself, like your name, where are you from, or what are you doing right now, or maybe if you don't mind sharing your religion.
Alright, okay. Good evening. My name is Patrin Prema Nakrupa Subramaniam. I am 38 years old this year. My basic education background would be I had completed my Form 6 and pursued my degree in University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. My degree major was in TESOL. I did my minor in sports science. Currently, I've been teaching for the past 14 years, since 2008. And I've been only mainly teaching English for Form 4 and Form 5 students. And I'm married with 2 children. My eldest, she is 11 years old. My son, he is 9 years old. Basically, that's it.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
Right.
Okay, so as I said before, our topic is about ethics, but ethics, as we know, is very general. So our group decided to choose ethics in terms of social life, which is specifically about mental health issue. Okay, so
Right.
without further ado, I will pass this to my friends Farah for the introductions and a little bit about our topics today. Okay,
Alright.
I will share my screen first.
So, hello, Teacher Patrin.
Yes.
I am Farah Natasha. It is a pleasure to meet you, and we appreciate your willingness to take part in this interview with us. So, I will explain what ethics is from the perspective of Islam. Okay,
Alright.
ethics is the study of certain religious beliefs about what is right and wrong in action for the purpose of practice rather than knowledge. So, character also is an established state of the soul from which actions flow easily without the need of reflection or judgment. And in Islam, it is important to be moral because those with good morals are the ones who are deeply loved by our God, by Allah. Besides that, good morals will eliminate sins, whereas bad virtues will degrade the virtue that person gains. Also, can you share your religious perspective on ethics in terms of social life?
Religious perspective on ethics in terms of social life.
Yes.
Okay, if in Hinduism, when it comes to social life, there are certain things that I have been taught since I was small. Basically, we should always, how do I say this? We should always give importance to our elders. Okay, that is what we normally have been taught to do so. No matter what we are going to do, we are supposed to get the blessings of our elders. Okay, it doesn't matter whether I'm going to purchase a car or a house. I'm supposed to inform my parents, or if I'm married, inform my in-laws, get their blessings, ask their opinion, ask what they have been throughout the process in their life, and we suit that to nowadays situation. Okay, may I know what is your definition of social life? Are you talking about family life or my life outside my house?
Social life here means maybe every action that you go through in your daily life, maybe in the house with family or at work, maybe our social life with people around us.
Alright, okay. So yeah, that was the first thing that we normally do is always we refer to elders in the family. Let's say if there's any special event in the house, let's say my birthday or it's Deepawali celebration. There's a ritual that normally I have been going through with my family and my in-laws family, whereby in the morning we seek blessings, we kneel down on our elders' feet and we ask for their blessings. And normally what they tell us, right, we wish you 100 years of life, of peace and prosperity with your children and your great-grandchildren. That's how they bless us with. And then when I am with my kids, I practice the same. When I'm leaving the house, same ethics come, whereby we respect each other, We do not interfere when the other is talking. We always listen until they finish their sentence. And when we need to voice out our opinions, we have to say it politely, never to hurt another person. And even in our place of work, it's always respect to the elders, which I have been doing until now. Let's say if there's another teacher in front of me, if she's elder than me, I always ask her opinion. Kakak, how do you do this? How have you handled this in this situation? And then it's always that the one thing that we have been following is give and take. No matter what your belief is, we listen it out and then we voice our opinion on it. And that's it. Nothing too personal about things that is coming my way.
Hello, teacher.
Hi there. Right. Hi.
Okay. Okay, for my question is about both religion think about mental health. Okay, let me start first.
Right.
As we know, mental health refers to state of well-being when an individual is aware of their own abilities, taking care of health, whether physical or spiritual, because it's highly demanded in teaching of Islam. So Islam not allow any act and practice that can be harmful to physical and mental. Example, drinking alcohol.
All right.
Okay, next. Okay, there are three practices to improve mental health in Islam. First is to repent. To repent is to ask for forgiveness from God and not to repeat it again. Second, patience and prayer. Is through patience and prayer, accepting good as in the struggle to gain good pleasure.
Right.
Okay, the third is in the nature of hoping only to God, which is Allah, to obtain the mercy God and not to despair.
Correct. In that money, feel grounded, and it's supposed to help with my mental state, clear my mind. Yes, sepatutnya I'm supposed to be doing it every morning. Okay, supposedly lah, which I am not doing actually, but I see my mother-in-law following the ritual pukul 5 pagi, you know. So my mother-in-law does this every morning. She wakes up at about 4:30, around 5. She sits down quietly in the prayers room. She listens to the Gayatri Mantra, the prayer chant, and she sits down and meditate with her eyes closed, and she repetitively says that. She says it helps to clear her mind and it helps her to make decisions better throughout the day. Okay, and there are also this Bhagavad Gita is something like your Quran. Okay, Bhagavad Gita has a lot of short stories about God, what they have been doing, and how it can be beneficial for us to follow the footsteps of the gods. So that is what. And another very popular way that for us to deal with mental health is yoga actually. Yoga helps with the breathing technique, the basics of us getting grounded with the nature and feeling in one with our surrounding and the earth. That is supposed to help with our calmness and also a lot of improvement in mental state for those who have been doing it religiously. Not me. Right. Because yoga is mostly about breathing techniques, about how you're supposed to sit down straight, your air flow in and out straight. So all those is supposed to help with the clarity of your mind.
So that's how the interview ended. Alhamdulillah, it went very well. It is so interesting that we were given chances to have an impromptu session with a non-Muslim herself, which is Mrs. Patrin, to talk about ethic in social life. So if you may ask how we make this interview successful, firstly, during the interview sessions, we welcome her. We show our gratitude for her willingness to participate in our interview session. So it actually shows that we are respecting her who has a different belief with us, and it will make her feel comfortable throughout the session. And second, we actually make a quick and simple interview session so that Mrs. Patrin won't feel uncomfortable or lost interested in the topic that we share.
It is challenging to be ethical, especially in mental health, because everyone must have good intentions or goodwill in all they do to avoid making terrible judgments that would have a large influence on them. Furthermore, it is challenging to be ethical in mental health in order to live a successful and healthy life according to Islamic perspectives. Each Muslim must comprehend what is permissible and forbidden in Islam. Things that are permissible will bring us blessings from Allah, whereas things that are prohibited will bring us misfortune and Allah's wrath. So we have reached to the end of this session, and thank you so much to teacher Patrin. But now I want to conclude our interview today. So every religion teaches its followers the value of good mental health and emotional well-being. right? Because
Yeah.
it is to prove how precious and valuable each soul is in the eyes of all religions. And
True.
also, in Islam, there are a few examples of how the Quran emphasizes the importance of psychological well-being. If we are to move forward, and remove the stigma associated with mental health, we must first avoid emphasizing unjustified prejudices and spreading more hatred. And also, we should all work together to achieve the same common goal of love and humility in a place where people can live without fear or prejudice. And it is so we. Thank you so much to Teacher Patrin for participating in this interview. And I hope, the knowledge that we gain tonight is very beneficial and is very valuable. And thank you so much.
Most welcome.
Islam has laid Makosis Sharia as an essential point in the Islamic teachings, which highlight human welfare as the primary purpose to avoid harm and promote humanity. So, first is Hifz al-Aqal, which is the protection of intellect. Hereby mean that human intellect enables humans to distinguish moral from immoral behavior and to make judgment of right or wrong. But there are some more issues beyond human intellect that require guidance from the revelation, which is wahyu.